I remember when I became a manager for the first time, and I have got a team of 150 people. So what actually happened that there were few team leaders who were managing their own teams were assigned to me, and two of those team leaders were good friend of mine. I mean, whom I used to go on tea break and I used to have lunch with, and I used to share a great camaraderie. And so when I became a manager, so I was responsible to make sure that I help the entire process to generate more revenue and eliminate if there are any waste, and improve the entire process, take care of the people's and their needs and their issues so that they're happy and our stakeholders are happy. We all were responsible for that. So I embarked upon my journey of the operation manager. One fine day, my manager instructed me that there is a one guy in one of the team leaders span who is not performing well. So can you go ahead and audit his conversation with the customer? Maybe you are able to find some flaws, and maybe the team leader is not focusing. You yourself can give the feedback to him, or probably you can suggest his team leader to probably work in a slightly different way so that that guy can improve. I said, okay, I will definitely go ahead and do it. And my manager also suggested me that because I have found that there is a behavior issue with that guy, so you need to be a little tough with that guy. And even if you have to say a few words to his team leader, please make sure you do that. I said, okay, fine. I mean, and that team leader was my friend, by the way. But anyhow, when I audited the conversation of that guy, I found there were many mistakes, and there were opportunity of adding value to the customer and making revenue from that conversation, but he actually flawed and he made a lot of mistakes. So I myself did not feel very good that a conversation which could have turned very pleasant, and where we could have added a lot of value to the customer and earned money as well, did not turn into the way we wanted to. And because of that guy who did not have a great conversation with the customer went dissatisfied. I also felt bad, so I gave a written and documented feedback to his team leader, who was my friend, and to the advisor who actually had a conversation with the customer. You would not believe, one day after, I received a feedback from my manager that my friend, he escalated against me that I am a new operation manager, and why did I give the direct feedback to his employee, and why did I write an email to him? And he felt bad about it. So my manager said that, Tausif, don't worry, it is because that you guys were a good friend to each other, and as you might know that when your friend fails, you always have sympathies, but when your friend gets the first position, that is also a very poor situation. So he might have that inferiority complex. So, but anyways, that situation passed, and that was in fact an embarrassing moment for me, because my friend, when we were team leaders, we used to share a great camaraderie. He escalated against me, and I was surprised to know that. And maybe it was out of jealousy, or it was out of some inferiority complex, or I didn't know what he was thinking about. So I went and asked my manager, and he said, Tausif, I did ask you to be tough with that guy. I did ask you to write an email and give a documented feedback, but you are also an individual, and you should also know how to take your own decision. You should also be rational, and you should also know as a manager how to go ahead and tackle and deal with different situations. I mean, because he is your friend, and he was your friend, but now you are his manager, that your friend is reporting to you, he might have inferiority complex. So you should rather go in and documenting it first. You could have a conversation, an open conversation. You might have taken him to a tea just the way you used to do before, and then have a very casual conversation, and then probably documented it. Then I realized on that day that it is extremely important to use your own rationale, and I realized that in life you need to learn to take your own decisions. Maximum what would happen, you would make mistakes and you would learn, but the decisions that you will make and the learning that you would be getting out of it would always be inscribed in your brain, and you will always take better decisions. Those mistakes and those wrong decisions will help you, will enable you to take the right decision in your life. So I realized, I learned that no matter what, in every situation, no matter what kind of instructions you get from your bosses, from your manager, from your parents, you should also use your own brain and analysis, that what outcome do you expect after taking your own decision and after obeying to somebody else's decision. You should definitely do a little bit of analysis and take rational decision, because your decision may either make your life or break your life. The quality of your life that you're going to spend in the future will absolutely depend upon the quality of decisions you will take today. The quality of relationship will absolutely depend upon the quality of the conversation that you will have today with your bosses, with your colleagues, with your friends, and everyone. So that embarrassing moment, for me, where I was not expecting at all that my good friend would do an escalation against me, that I was not handling a situation in a right way. I was not expecting that at all. So in life it happens many a time that unexpected things happens, and unprecedented things happens when you take decisions which does not go good with other people. So it is important to use your own rational and your own logics at times to make decisions and to deal with situations. I hope you love this bite. In case if you have any feedback or any questions, you may want to drop in the comment section. I would love to hear from you. This is your friend Tawseef Hassan signing off until we meet again. Have a fantastic day.